Hey there, Michelle. What are you doing today?
Oh, nothing much. Lindsay, do you like to draw?
Oh my gosh, no. I'm such a bad drawer. Drawer. That's a weird
Drawer. Yeah, no. Oh, I am too.
I hate
yeah.
when it's like Pictionary or something. Oh, I'm so bad at it.
Yeah,
it's like there are
it's great if I
that
can
draw
do a
better than
stick
I do.
finger. Like
Yeah.
it's really
Stick figures are like advanced for me. I mean,
yes, exactly. I'm the same way. I'm just not very artistic in that way. But yeah, today we are going to talk about how to use the word draw that doesn't have anything to do with putting crayons or pencils to paper. We're going to talk about it in a different way.
yeah, I mean it's very relevant to our language in so many different ways. Not just playing Pictionary, thank goodness, right? 'Cause
Yes.
my Pictionary drawings, if I'm trying to draw a horse, it ends up looking like an elephant or a giraffe or something. I don't know. It's just terrible, Michelle. It's so embarrassing.
I'm the same. We would be a horrible team. But it'd be funny, so that's good. So yeah, guys, hit the follow button. But we're gonna talk about two ways that we use the word draw, two main definitions. They're pretty similar. So the one is to extract, right?
Yes.
So think about you're pulling something out from something else. Okay. So
Yes.
these are some really common collocations, expressions that you might hear with this idea in mind. Lindsay, what's the first one?
Yeah, so the first one, draw conclusions, right?
Oh, wait, no, the first one is right
We'll come back
here.
to that one.
We'll go back to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll come back to it. That's okay. So let me give an example for draw conclusions. Before we draw any conclusions, let's take a look at the facts, right?
Yes. Right.
Oh, so common in English, that phrase. Right?
Yes, exactly. So, we're pull out any conclusion. Something has happened. Before we take anything from that, let's look at the fact. So draw.
Exactly. And what else can you draw from something?
Draw inspiration from something. So you can basically pull out inspiration from something. So I drew inspiration from 3 of my favorite artists.
And would you say, Michelle, for your music, you draw inspiration from any particular singer?
I mean, I haven't been writing in a long time, but for singers that I like, that I'm inspired by, I mean, of course, Alanis Morissette. You know who I've been listening to now? I just in the car earlier, Rosé. Do you know who that is? She sang Apata with Bruno Mars. And I just been listening to her solo stuff because I think she's from Blackpink and and it's very good. So I was all excited about that. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, I know Alanis Morissette for sure.
Yes,
her song
of course.
Ironic is one that I've used in classrooms for
Right,
ESL
of course.
students to learn about irony. But I feel like when I try to teach that, it's always hard. Like I get to the end and I'm like, do I even understand irony? I'm not sure if I do.
I know. It's irony. I think we've talked about it on the show. It's one of those things that I remember, and I had to make examples of irony, and it's like, so it's one of those things where it's so hard to make an example. You only know irony when it hits you in the face.
It's true. It's true. That's right. Just like all those examples from the song. So guys, check out Alanis Morissette and her song Ironic. Really fun song. Okay. Another thing we can draw is draw strength, right?
Yes.
So during her period of unemployment, she drew strength from her spouse and her kids. Some people draw strength from religion or spirituality, right?
Yes.
Community, all sorts of things. We draw strength
exactly. From. That's where you get strength from. I mean, you could also say I got strength from, or I took strength from, right? So draw strength is just a different way of saying it. Yep. So then there's draw insights. So like basically things that you're learning. If you look at this chart, there are a few main insights we can draw that will help us make the next move.
Or draw lessons. So very similar to the first one. I wish I could draw some lessons from this experience, but I don't think I can.
Ooh.
You remember all the sitcoms from the 90s? There was always like sit on dad's lap and learn the lesson.
Of course, Full House. Yep. That moment, the music, the close up on the camera.
It's so funny how TV has changed so much, you know?
Yeah. You don't get that so much anymore.
Yeah, I know it's changed for sure. So Michelle, where do you draw inspiration from outside of music, just in life?
Outside of music. I mean, my friends. I mean, just I think or I'll say I draw strength from like my community. And then, I'm inspired. Sometimes I draw inspiration from things I see online. Like I just revamped my kids' lunch. So I bought these new lunch boxes, and I'm trying to, because the lunch was getting so boring for them. And so I drew inspiration from the internet. So
very cool.
Can
very
happen.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
I love that. Well, for this show, I think I draw inspiration from my everyday conversations out in the world, whether it's friends, family, community members, whatever it is. I like to observe language and listen to what I'm saying and what other people are saying. And the question is, why did they say what they said? Right?
I definitely have those moments too. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Great. So we all draw inspiration from somewhere. So this would be kind of a cool conversation connection moment to open up with someone, guys, to ask people, where do you draw inspiration from in your life?
Oh, yeah. This is a great one.
Really good. Okay, Michelle. So let's talk about a similar way to use the word draw. So what do we need to know here?
Okay, so this is similar, but it's not exactly the same. So you can use draw to mean attract or pull closer, right? So one was more about like pulling out something, like to get something. And now we're doing more, you draw in, like it's like you're pulling in.
Interesting.
So this is interesting. So the first one is draw a crowd. We're not extracting a crowd. We're getting a crowd to come closer. So we know when she walks in, she will draw a crowd. So we need to be prepared with extra security. So what are we saying here?
It means that the crowd will come, right? Will appear when she appears. So we should expect that. I mean, draw customers also. I think we'll really draw a lot of customers in if we have some free giveaways. That means more customers will enter the store, right?
Draw attention to something. I'd like to draw your attention to the picture on the left. So I'm pulling you to this, pulling your attention.
Yeah, this makes me think of when I travel. People always say, don't wear your wedding rings when you travel. Don't draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
I think when I was traveling in my 20s, it was always like just dirty backpack and staying in hostels and but even now, like I definitely dress very plainly, jeans and a t-shirt, basic pack, nothing fancy whatsoever.
Right.
And it's like, if you look like you have nothing to lose, you have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? It's just so much easier.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm the same. Or you could also draw interest. So we drew a ton of interest by sending out gift bags. So you can see how these definitions are a little bit different. One, we're kind of taking something out, and one, we're attracting something, we're pulling it closer. But the important thing is, you don't, it could get confusing, right? Because we do use draw a lot in ways that aren't about drawing. And so I could see that you have to pay attention to the context.
You really do.
Because like if you hear draw customers, we're not actually drawing customers on paper, right? So we really have to use special ears for this one because it could get a little confusing.
Yeah, it's a metaphorical way to talk about the word draw a little bit, right? So, but this is showing you guys how to use language in a much more interesting way than just playing Pictionary, right?
Yes.
So let's go into a role play, Michelle. Here we are bandmates, meaning we're both in the band.
Yes.
And we're planning a music festival. Okay.
All right. So here we go. I think we can really draw interest if we use social media a couple months before.
Good idea. We can draw inspiration from that festival we saw in California.
Yes. I think we're really going to draw a crowd. Okay, so we're not going to use draw like this all the time, but I mean, it's just a little much. But just to give you the idea,
in a normal conversation. But these are examples here, right?
Yes, exactly.
You started off by saying, I think we can really draw interest if we use social media. So what are you saying again? Draw interest.
We can attract interest. We can get interest,
Yeah.
And then you said we can draw inspiration from that festival. So we're going to get inspiration. We're pulling out inspiration.
It's kind of interesting because in each case, the draw stands for different verbs, right? Draw interest is to attract interest. Draw inspiration is to gain inspiration or to get inspiration, right? So this
it's a very versatile verb.
It really would be. It really is. And guys, it would be a great activity for you to go through the episode again and see how many other verbs you can come up with in each scenario.
I like that
mean the same thing. That's essentially what is it saying, right?
Yeah, I like that idea. That's a great exercise.
What about the last one, Michelle?
Yeah, and I said, yes, I think we are really going to draw a crowd. So we are going to attract a crowd. A lot of people are going to come.
Or there could be some phrasal verbs that our listeners might come up with that mean the same thing, like pull in a crowd.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Love that. So good.
Yes.
This is a great one today. We're talking about expanding our English, making it more interesting, guys, which always leads to connection. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very useful one for today. Also, another really good one to check out is episode 2588. That was We Wish for You to Master English.
Nice. All right, guys, go ahead and do that activity that I mentioned and then go out in the world and use these phrases to build connection in your next conversation. All right? Really good stuff.
Awesome.
All right, Michelle.
All right, Lindsay. Thanks for chatting about this with me today, and I will talk to you soon.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.